Ladies and gentlemen, all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the five, the Fab Five Bettors presents to you the Fantasy Football Round Table. Now,
I love this.
if you didn't
I
know,
love this.
we are having a fantasy football league. There is 8 of us, includes us four that is here, plus Cornbread. Then we have Kelly, Sean, and our honorary member Brian. Now, this has been a very interesting season. It's been a lot of
Yes, it
highs, been a
has.
lot of lows, been a lot of what the fucks,
A lot of
but
everything.
a little bit of everything. But now we have the opportunity to sit down to conduct the interviews with with the main cast of the podcast. We get to conduct interviews. I will be conducting the interviews today. I'll give my own little interview, but we'll be conducting the interviews today. I have all the stats, all the standings on my phone here. So literally, let's get down to business. And I feel like I have to start. I gotta start with the man I'm facing this week for the sole fact that I'm facing him this week, and I'm currently projected to win. Mr. 63% himself,
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Mr. Gabriel, man. Let's talk business. So here's something. Okay, you were projected to finish in fifth place in the league.
Ooh.
You are currently tied for the number one seed as of right now. As of this week, currently tied for the number one seed. So, my question to you, the first question to you, when you first drafted your team, did you feel as if your team was going to finish fifth place? Because that's what it said
Um,
here.
I'm not gonna lie. We all know ESPN is full of a bunch of crap. Um, let's be for real.
Facts.
I expected top four. I expected to make a push for the second seed. Number one, the first seed. If we all know at the beginning of the year, Sean made his miraculous run with Christian McCaffrey and
Yeah, what the hell was that all about?
4-0, then lost 6 and won last week. I always knew the issue with my team was gonna be running back. um, but I didn't expect to finish first. I expected to make a run, but never finish first. I mean, looking at it now, I mean, it'd be nice to finish first, but honestly,
You got some competition at first right now.
it's kind of shisty for number one. I ain't gonna lie, cause realistically, I ain't gonna lie. I would have to win out to get the number one seed. I would have to win out. Doesn't help that Jamar Chase is, well, he's not useless, but I don't know what I'm gonna get from him. So I gotta wait till after this week.
He is kind of useless. Well,
Let's
I
not
don't
say
think
that now.
he's not useless. He's just playing with a backup quarterback who only made his first career start a couple weeks ago, like ever.
Who didn't look too bad
No,
last
he didn't
in
look
his limit.
bad.
Didn't look too bad. Um, I mean, I my goal is to finish right now top four, but not number four. Anything within the top three. So
Nah,
that
because
I mean,
you don't want that 4-5.
I
You don't want that 4-5.
don't want that 4-5 look like it's gonna be a dog fight. I can already
So,
see it.
my next question, right?
Mhm.
So I'm looking at the original team that you had drafted. Now this is a pretty crazy team in my personal opinion. I would have loved this team. Your original team, starting in the first round with the fourth pick, it was Jamar Chase. Then follows up Stephon Diggs, C.D. Lamb, Travis Etienne Jr., Justin Herbert, Kenneth Walker, Keenan Allen, James Conner, DJ Moore, Jonathan Taylor, David Njoku, Odell Beckham Jr., Dalton Schultz, Michael Pittman Jr., and then the Saints defense in Jason Myers as your kicker. But that team is no longer a thing. That team is no longer a thing. That team is long gone. Your current team now: Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, which was acquired in a trade, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Dalton Schultz, Travis Etienne in the Saints defense, Jamar Chase, James Conner, David Njoku, Drake London,
I forgot he had
Calvin
Drake
Ridley,
London.
Christian Watson, and our man Geno Smith.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gino.
Bro, my
Gino,
question,
that's right,
my,
Gino.
Oh no.
my next question to you is: what influenced some of these roster moves here?
I knew going into this league. Well, this is for those who don't know, this is a PPR. So my running
those-
backs.
Hold on. For those who don't know, PPR, points per reception, huge difference. Huge difference. I'm letting y'all know right
It's
now.
so
If you
much
do a
fun.
fantasy league, do PPR. It's
PPR
going
It's
to
more
make
fun.
so much more fun.
huge difference.
It's fun.
Continue, Gabriel.
What I was looking at, well, obviously everyone knows probably the biggest trade of the year. I made it with Ryan. My whole thought process was trying to get guys who I felt like could get me points towards the end, and also had a very easy run towards the end of towards the playoffs. I guess some of you could, looking back, some people could say, well, you have 3 Chargers, so if the Chargers suck, you're screwed. Which is the case. I was willing to take that risk. I was also willing, if there was one receiver I was willing to part with at the time, it was CD. Jamar Chase will always be Jamar. Keenan Allen is probably playing like the best wide receiver in fantasy this year. When Josh Allen stops want to be who's performed better than him this year in fantasy?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Tyreek
We'll
AJ
say,
Brown.
we'll
That's
say
why I
top
went
5.
like, look, that's why I said this, because I can agree to disagree. That's why I said that. That's the only why.
We'll say top 5 for argument's sake. We'll say top 5 for argument's sake.
So in no particular order, I'll say AJ, Tyreek.
Tyreek.
I'll say Keenan Allen's in there. If you now even want to add into the bottom 4 who's now getting into that mix, you could throw in CD right now, who's playing like a fucking
you could
maniac.
throw in CD
Outside
Lamb
of last game, you could throw CD in there. And then your 5th one is like probably a front runner of 3 to 4 guys that if you want to add. I was gonna say Jamar was slightly starting to heat up, but there's no
Then he got hurt.
Joe Burrow.
Which, by the way, I have 2 of those 5 receivers on my team.
Yeah.
So the 5th one, I have to really go look at that one. But
The
top
5th
4,
one, it's a toss up. The 5th is a
one's
toss
toss
up.
up. You can go between like 3 to 4 guys for the 5th spot, but
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, do I regret trading CD? No, I don't. Because at the same point, I still feel like Jamar would give me 15 a week with Jake Browning at quarterback.
Good old Jake Browning.
Jeez. Stephon, I don't know what the heck. Josh Allen just need to get his head out of his behind, and Stephon Diggs will be fine. So I mean, me looking at that trade at the time, it was just more or less like I needed a better running back core. I didn't know how Jonathan Taylor was going to perform. I don't want to keep my bases covered, and we needed some help.
We'll get into that in a bit.
We'll get into that in a bit, but and at the time, we all can collectively agree, and he knows this too. There's one person who we really want to do the punishment. One man,
shit.
cornbread, but really just one person. So I was like, you know what? He's willing to give up Eckler. I needed a running back. Yeah, I would have been Chargers to the bone, but I feel like if there's a team to have 3 players on the same team, it probably would have been the Chargers.
Probably would be the Chargers. I agree with you.
So I mean, it doesn't have this
Okay.
one. I mean,
Okay.
that was my whole thought process behind it.
Okay. Now. During this season, there's been a lot of trash talk. There's been a lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of rivalries that have been created. Who would you say is a person in this league that you just want to kill every time you see them, every time you play them?
Oh God.
You just want to drop a 150 points on them every single
No,
time.
it's cornbread.
Ah, there it
But
is.
100%. It's cornbread. It's cornbread. He runs. No, because he
Can
runs his mouth.
can we also?
Can we all?
We can talk about that when Maul gets interviewed. We'll talk about the receipts. We'll talk about the
I,
receipts. We'll get
I mean,
there.
I'm not gonna lie.
We'll get
The
there.
first time I played him, he ran his mouth, and then he got cooked. Then he got cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Mar, you talk your shit, but it's like it's all in the name of fun. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like Coinbot takes
It's-
it a little too seriously.
I'm a man of the people. If you beat
Right.
me, hey, good game, good job.
yeah.
It won't happen again, but good game, good job.
I mean, let me see here. I mean,
Hey, just quick pause. Number 10 Louisville has fallen to Kentucky.
Ew.
Devin
That's gross.
Leary, Kentucky.
wow.
And
Okay.
along with that goes my college football parlay, but that's fine.
I mean, Joey don't. We just be hoping and praying our team don't get hurt.
Don't get me started with that shit.
Me and Ryan, we cool. You know, we was able to do business.
But you,
Uh,
Gabe, you definitely dodged a bullet,
I will
though.
say this: it took when we flip. I'll talk about the trade and kind of how we work through that once we flip over to me. But I feel like Gabe, for the most part, you've been the one word I will describe your season as from like an outsider perspective is just consistent. You've been consistent all like your team has been relatively consistent. Outside of a bad game here or there from I mean Stephon Diggs had one, Jamar had one. Like you've had a consistent team all year.
I feel like, especially in this league, you need consistency
Mm-hmm.
because for those who don't know, the way we determine the loser is really simple. It's whoever loses in the first round and scored the least amount of points in the regular season
Yeah.
will have to do the punishment, which is going to a restaurant with a blow up doll, a teddy bear, some inanimate object.
I have to say, you know what I would do? I would, if it hypothetically, if I had to do it, I would take the teddy bear. I think it'd be the best thing. Plus, I can just take it home and just put it in my house somewhere and never see it again.
I'd either do a teddy bear or a giraffe.
Oh, the giraffe thing's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So you got to take a blow up doll or a teddy bear or whatever inanimate object you want to take to any restaurant
Yeah.
and ask for dinner for two for you and your date. That is the
Never mind.
punishment.
You're
I almost said
yeah.
I almost said something else, but I don't know if I should say it during the video.
And it has to be
would-
and it has to be recorded on video.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan,
on
text me
video.
real quick, Ryan.
Yeah, hit me up, Joey. Hit me up.
No, you hit me up. I don't want my camera to go away. I'm on my phone.
Hang on, give me 1 second.
I want to tell.
yeah.
I want to tell you what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Jesus.
So
I
well, I
want
just
to
wanna say-
I want to say
hold
something
on.
about Gabe's
I
team
just-
really quick.
Go ahead,
He
because I got. Ooh.
Gabe, I have to say, the most under the radar pick you had all year, and I don't know how none of us really noticed it. What do you remember? What round you grabbed Jonathan Taylor in?
It goes round 10.
Because I did
I
the
think it
same
was
thing in
round-
my work league, in my league at work, and it's
it was
been like
round
the
10.
best thing for me. Like because nobody knew how long he was gonna be out for. No one knew what you were gonna get, and he's actually turned into a pretty nice piece for you. I have
It
to
was
say that
round
that's
10.
probably the sneak pick of the draft
It was
from
round
your
10.
from your end, I should say.
I would also like to. I don't know how people let me get Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb in the same draft.
Well,
Hey man,
here's what I'm gonna say, and I will just throw this shot at Stephon Diggs and say no more. Stephon Diggs, as good as he can be, man, he's just as much of a diva as AJ Brown is sometimes. I'm sorry, but like, what are you doing? Like, just shut up and play football. Stop throwing 10-foot tantrums where you don't get the football. Like, just play. Who cares?
Um, but yeah, honestly, this has been a very fun league.
Oh, it's been so.
Very competitive. I ain't gonna lie, it's been too. Like there'll be times
Joey,
where I'll be
no.
sitting at. There'll be times I'll be sitting at work and I'll be looking at matchups. And I'm just like, do I play him? Do I play this guy? Like, it's been so competitive. I feel like it's because we all know each other in one way or a fashion. It's made it that much more funny.
We all know each other at the same time. Everybody here is competitive. We don't like to
Yeah.
lose.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
me for damn sure I don't like to lose.
Nope.
So
I get into bad hissy fits when I lose.
I get pissed off when I
Yeah,
lose.
same.
I'm not gonna lie. But I haven't been mad when I lost. So I don't really
It's only a game. Why
No.
you have to get mad?
right. But okay, Gabe. Okay. Current record is 6-5. You are currently let's see. Currently in the tie for third with Mr. Sean. He
Wait,
holds the
what's that?
tiebreak. He holds the tiebreaker over you.
Damn.
He does. He does his
Um,
points.
The points for sure. I just want to say, Brian might lose this week because Tua only had 7 points. So, if I
Ouch.
win this week,
And they still
if
put
I
up
win this week,
34.
if I win this week, you're looking at a number one seed,
He's
the
locked.
king of the league. I'm just
He
saying.
locked it up. He
Yeah.
locked it up
Yeah.
if he won this week.
If
'Cause
I
essentially-
if I win this week, I take Gabe out of the number one seed for sure. Brian's going to lose,
Yeah.
right?
Because then he
Nobody-
gets Brian next. He gets Brian. You get Brian next week.
That sets
gonna
up
fucking
really
win.
nicely for
I'm
you.
going to win. It doesn't matter. I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Hey. But anyway, moving on with our next contestant on the
Hold on.
show.
Hold on, wait. Before we does any other reporters have any other questions?
I have one
Any other
question.
questions?
I have one question.
Go ahead, Ryan.
My first question. I have two. My first question. When you were drafting,
Mm-hmm.
were you planning to get all three wide receivers that you did? Or were you just trying to kind of see how your chips fell?
I'm not gonna lie. Part of it was chips fell, and part of it I just knew some of y'all were just stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I knew everyone, especially in a PPR. You want receiving backs.
Mhm.
You want catches more than anything.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I mean, there were some people who took some play. Like, didn't Derrick Henry go first round?
Yeah, Brian took him.
Yeah, Bryant took him
coulda
first round.
Like, there were so many reaches. Like, I didn't like some of the players just fell in my lap.
Yeah,
But
that is
I
true.
mean, that the plan was to go wide receiver, first two picks, and then running back. That was the plan. With an emphasis on receiving backs.
Yeah.
That was the plan. Next question.
My last question.
Mhm.
Who has been your best pick and your worst pick so far this year?
Best pick. Looking at the team right here. If we had to go value for round, Dalton Schultz.
I
Dalton Schultz.
I
forgot
respect
you
that.
have
I
him. Yeah,
do.
I do
Dal-
too.
Dalton
balling.
Schultz. He's
He's
balling. If I had to go worst pick, I don't even think it's his fault. I would have to say Jamar.
I can agree
And
with that.
it's-
I was actually going
and
to
that's
say,
it.
if you had me pick one for you, it was probably going to be Christian Watson just because of the up and down year he's had for you.
I would say it'd be Jamar. It's not even close.
Yeah,
But part of it's not his fault either.
no.
He's been
No.
screwed this year by Joe Burrow.
Mhm.
And he was starting to cook too. But I mean, hopefully he could become an option where if I put him in, he gives me 15 points.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have no shot of winning this league. I have a better shot with Jamar. But it also helps the way that I did draft too.
Of course.
That I could just roll out Stephon Diggs and Keenan Allen, 3 running backs. But yeah. probably Jamar, but it's not even his fault really. Joe, you got any questions?
How do you feel? And I'll probably go over this when my turn comes up. But how do you feel with dodging the bullet of not trading me Jonathan Taylor during his bye week?
Oh,
Because
I
originally the
forgot
trade,
about that.
and I know, dude, you would have been so pissed. You'd be like, "You mother."
That
It
would have ended
was.
my season right there.
Oh, dude, your season would be screwed because originally it was Mark Andrews and Aaron Jones for Jonathan Taylor and David Njoku.
Jesus.
You would have had, Aaron Jones, he'd have been a fringe start for you, so that probably wouldn't have hurt too bad. But Mark Andrews, ooh,
Mark Andrews would have been considered for flex. He would have been a high consideration for flex. I'm so glad as the league manager, I was able to just downvote that trade myself. I'm glad common sense kicked in, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, oh my God,
Did
Ryan,
did
Ryan
just
Day, get ready to learn Chinese,
Did
buddy.
they just get stopped on fourth down? What am I'm my Twitter is
Fourth
blowing
down?
up right now. What is going on?
He just got picked off.
Kyle
Again?
midcourt. Kyle midcourt. Oh God.
Nah, get ready to learn Chinese, Ryan Day.
We'll
Kyle
see. We'll
McCord
see you
pass
never, Ryan
complete to
Day.
41.
We'll see you at Texas A&M.
Wait, what?
We don't love you,
I'm gonna
Ryan Day.
drive behind you. Well, I'm gonna play behind you on my phone. 'Cause I just saw the whole fumble bobble thing.
No, it's
He got
cool.
issued.
It's
That boy
saying
McCord.
fumble on here. It's not
Okay.
an interception.
It looked like a pick.
Because it's so CBS says Kyle McCord passed to OSU 41. Catch made by Julian Fleming.
What was the flag?
Gain of 20 yards. Fleming fumbles. CBS said it was covered by Igbuka. Tackled by Michigan at the 39, but apparently Ohio State recovered the football.
Oh yeah, there was a flag though too.
Oh.
Y'all play behind.
Mhm.
Y'all play
Yeah,
behind.
that's fine. Anyway.
But yeah. But
Either
yeah,
way,
that's
Michigan
it.
won.
All right.
I'm just
Moving on. Our next contestant on the Fantasy Football Roundtable,
Bye, Gabe.
the owner of We Need Milk, Mr. Joey T himself.
Oh.
Hey, we have a new
boy.
name that I will go over.
We need
What's the
milk
new
still.
name? First off, let's hear it.
The Rebuilding Joes.
The Rebuilding Joes.
I can vibe with that.
That's beautiful.
What
I
are you
like that.
rebuilding for?
We will go over that during this interview, young man. You can wait your turn.
Okay. So, Mr. Joey, you are sitting at currently 5-6 on the year. Not too bad, not crazy, you know. Because at the end of the day, everybody's gonna make the playoffs, so it really does not matter. But your original team that you had entering the season: Nick Chubb, Tony Pollard, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Mark Andrews, Aaron Jones, Alexander Madison, Mike Williams, Aaron Rodgers, Javonte Williams, Drake London, Tua Tagovailoa, the Cowboys defense, Tyler Higbee, Jake Elliott, and Michael Slant Boy Thomas.
Slant boy. I love that. That's a great nickname, Michael.
But your
Slant Boy
current
Thomas.
team
Jesus.
took almost a whole 180 at this point. You have now Jalen Hurts at quarterback, with Tony Pollard still at running back. You have Zach Charbonnet at running back,
Love
Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Love Sharp.
Michael Pittman Jr., Kyle Pitts at tight end, Nico Collins at your flex. Cowboys defense is still here. Jake Elliott's still there. You got Jalen Waddle is still here. Devin Achaney is here. Amari Cooper is here. Jerome Ford is here. Kyler Murray is here. Cortland Sutton is here. Jahan Dotson is here. And Mark Andrews, who unfortunately suffered that terrible leg
Season-ending
injury,
Yeah, that was bad.
is still there on the team. So you made almost a complete 180 of your team. What caused you to do that?
So, as Mar said earlier, um, we need milk throughout the season. The summary, I'll be blessed of not having the gods on my side, onto where I had injuries every damn week, no matter who it was. My first big one was Aaron Rodgers, not even 5 plays into the game.
Oh, that was painful.
Oh, I saw the hospital. Yeah, they all need the hospitals. But I've had so many injuries throughout. I actually lost count how many injuries, because I know I had Rodgers go down. I had Nick Chubb go down. Mark Andrews is down.
That Nick Chubb injury was worse than Mark
That
Andrews.
Nick Chubb, that
God.
devastated me. But the worst thing was, I remember watching Mark Andrews' injury, and I was praising him to Gabe. Mark Andrews could go off for me. I need this. Don't you know, the very next play, this man flatline.
Ball game in Ann Arbor, ladies and gentlemen.
Ryan Day
Ryan
clearing out
Day.
his office.
Get ready
Ryan
to
Day.
retaliate, buddy.
Prepare to clear out your office, Mr. Ryan Day. You will never be missed. Sorry.
What is that? 3
You're
in a
what-
row?
You're one of
Yeah.
the worst.
Four?
You're one of the worst coaches to ever step foot on a college football
Can
field.
we also talk? I want to talk
You-
about that after we're done
I'm
with
sorry,
the interviews.
you piece of shit.
I want to talk
You are
about
the
that when we're
worst.
done with the interviews.
You are the worst head coach to ever step foot on the football field. That's it. All right. So Joey, back to the interview. You know, your team made a whole 180. I think your biggest move would have to be trading for Jalen Hurts. Being a Philly fan, being, of the culture, Jalen Hurts on your team, it just made you feel a whole lot better, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Like Jalen Hurts, I know that. The good thing about his playing ability, he can win it with his arm, and we all goddamn know he can win it with his legs. With his significant, which I'm going to find a t-shirt. It's not, I'm going to make the t-shirt of the quarterback sneak in.
Oh God.
I'm dead ass. If I can, I'm going to find a shirt for that.
That'd be
But,
so funny.
I felt reliable with that. Knowing me, like, I've already had so many bad injuries throughout this whole season. I already lost one quarterback. I've been shitting bricks every week, praying to God it's not Tua next. Especially with his track history, which sucks. No, sorry, Ryan. That was scared. That scared me the most, honestly. I was like, look, I gotta try to make a move. I almost got desperate, and Mar, you probably would have smacked me for doing it. I almost got desperate onto where I almost traded for one of the QBs who we feel is extremely overrated. And yeah, that almost happened. I almost
Who'd you
traded for Josh
trade
Allen.
for? Oh.
I almost traded for
Oh,
Josh
with
Allen.
Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank God I didn't get that done, because that gave me like the worst sour taste in my mouth. Because how Josh Allen is overrated. I just hope to God, knock on wood. I'll knock on wood right now. That me saying that Josh Allen doesn't go for 500 yards. But yeah, I had to make that change. I've had a lot of injuries throughout, and one thing I thought, okay, look, if I'm gonna make this big move, where do I start? And usually, who's your one main captain? It's your quarterback. Tua wasn't looking bad at all, but I was like, look, if I'm gonna make this big splash on a move, I gotta do it. So that trade definitely moved stuff around. Me pretty much living on the waiver wire due to injuries probably helped me too. Find out some good little chess pieces, and I can pretty much say that I can rely on Hurts, because at least our offense consistently puts points up. So I shouldn't really have, even in a bad game, I shouldn't have a bad floor game. With Tua, as you just said earlier, Tua couldn't score over double-digit fantasy, but I just thought I had to make a big splash with somebody. I almost made two, but we did the trade back, because we thought we were benefiting at least me, because I thought I had to wait for Jonathan Taylor, but yeah, that benefiting didn't work, because my guys went over 2 with both injuries out for the game and probably out for the year. At least Mark Andrews. Aaron Jones, I don't know, but I got rid of Aaron Jones. But besides that, if I think, look, if I need to get back into a winning culture, I was hoping I gave enough of my other players enough milk to at least get their bones up, then start getting strong, eat their Wheaties in the morning. But besides that, I just felt like the culture needed a new chief in town. So Mr. Jalen Push Hurts is now the general of our team.
Okay.
I have a question for
Okay.
Joey.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I see you back there, short little guy with the hoodie. Oh, yes, Mr. Ryan.
First of all, rude. Second of all,
I'm sorry, I couldn't see you. You got to get up front earlier, sir. You got
because
to be here early.
you have been living on the waiver wire for the most of the season, do you think that has kind of given you an edge in any way, shape, or form at kind of knowing who you want to pick up week to week, or you just kind of fully balling it, so to speak?
I'd say it's a little bit of both to an extent, because like I know when I kept having injuries, I started off like first I actually started off decent. Then with the bad injuries came, I went on that very long losing streak, which honestly at that point, I was blessed that even in losses, my teams put up points. And if they didn't, I probably would have probably dotted the I, crossed the T on me doing the punishment. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna get lucky with scoring damn near high points and loses. So that's a blessing with the Christ for that. But yeah, I'll tell you a little bit of both because I'm not gonna lie. One thing that I can say that, especially me and you, especially because sometimes you're a night out too, we live on the waiver wire. We're always looking. Oh, Tuesday. Now officially, it's Tuesday at 12:01. We gotta get on the waiver wire before anybody. Screw that shit. And we would just pretty much live on it. Joe, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I remember you got mad because me and you both were trying to go after Devin and Cheney.
Oh, bro, I wanted him so bad. That was right after his breakout game, like his first, second, or third game of the year.
But yeah, I probably think it's a little bit of both, and knowing that I had to fill holes due to injuries, and
I just can't believe I can't believe you've had so many injuries, bro. It's like the worst.
Dude,
ever
I'll tell you now, I've been
seen.
doing fantasy football for the longest time. This is only my second year doing PPR, but I want to say combined all my years in fantasy, I've never had as many injuries in any sort of a season. So hopefully, since I fired, my old head coach, I brought a new guy in. I brought in a new weight training and nutritionist that hopefully, keeps our bones nice and strong.
Jesus.
Look, I'm bringing in a whole new crew, goddammit. Look, I was so scared with all my injuries that I was going to do the punishment. But, I said, look, I'm a man anyway. I would do it. I'd make that shit funny as hell. But I was still scared. I'm like, look, I don't want to do the punishment if I have to, but I ain't no bitch. I'm not trying to lose. I need to make changes.
I ain't no bitch.
I ain't no bitch. Mama raised me better. AKA, love you, mama. AKA, in the words of Gabriel, Harry.
You heard him.
But, yeah, I had to make changes. And so far, besides, the two guys that, are not relevant anymore because they decided they didn't need none of the nutritionists. That's why you're out, bums. But, hey, my team's coming together strong like a unit, and we're hoping to finish out the year strong. We had a big win over Gabriel because, as you said, when the Chargers are on, they're on. When they're off, good. Boy, you shit the bed a little bit. But
boy, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone sold that week.
Oh, dude, that was terrible.
Everybody sold last
Everyone
week.
sold. And it was even close until the Monday night where I'm like, oh shit, if in this rainy ass game in KC, if you don't get me these fucking points, I am gonna freaking jump off the bridge, type of shit, and do the Jeff Hardy Swamp Time bomb on somebody. But I didn't have to worry about that, We finally got our somewhat revenge on KC, but that's I want the bigger revenge if we end up getting to that point. But yeah, I would say for the most part, that's some good reasons why I had to do what I had to do.
Well, I got a question.
What's up, Mr. Gabriel? Yes, I see you right there. I can't miss you. You're tall.
Who is one team that you would not like to see? One team that you would like to see in the playoffs, and one team that you would not like to see in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay. First round, I hate to say this because, at least of my luck, I don't think I beat them yet. It's been close, but I haven't beat him. I don't want to see Brian because maybe I don't want to go over 3 against him. So maybe it's like some personal vendetta. I could beat whoever I want in here, per se. But I don't know why I can't beat Brian so far. But besides Brian, I'd probably say Mar because, Mar's almost like you to an extent to where, you guys pretty much had the core pieces. it, you pretty much got your locked ins, and then if anything, you have like either like a one off that if you need to like flip a coin on type shit. But one person I kind of want to meet in the playoffs. I was gonna say Cornbread, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say Ryan because it's due to bragging rights.
That would
And
be
then
so much fun.
I kind of want to see you in the playoffs because
That would be a great
I think
matchup.
ideally, I think it'd be a good as long as depending on how the weeks look. I think we can have a good matchup for one. Two, me and him already had a bet on something to where next time we all get together, he's buying me my first round of drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And
I lost
then-
that bet fair and square.
yeah, I was fair and swear. I think that was one of the weeks where Cheney went. No, that was the week I was in Tampa and the Cheney went stupid.
Yup. That was his first year. That was the
Yeah,
first
that
week
was
he went
oh
stupid.
lord. But yeah, and then third one, since I think I beat you. Well, no, I played you one more other time later in the year.
I have
So-
you and Cornbread to finish the season last 2 weeks.
So I kind of want to see if
Well, I have
if
you
you
this
beat me this
upcoming week, actually.
Oh yeah, it is. So no, after Cornbread, yeah, after I play Cornbread, it's you. Then I'm like, I want to see how that bragging series goes. So that should be
Wait, so
fun.
Cornbread has you and then me to end the season? Oh, boy. He's going to have a great time with that one.
Yeah, that should be fun. But yeah, I want to say Ryan because like I want to see how this week 2 is because I want to see if me and him can come up with another bet for the end of the season
I think
for
it'd be
regular
so
season.
much fun. I'd love to.
And then the playoffs, we got to see what the hell we can do that because if we split, we got to make the bet a little bit bigger.
Yeah, of course.
But besides that, I'll probably say Ryan just to do to like
That'd
shit
be so
talking
much
and bragging
fun.
rights.
That'd be
But
so much fun.
I'm not gonna lie, to be fair, the way this is setting up right now,
I might play
You-
Ryan.
you two could be the 4 and 5.
Yeah.
That would be
The way
epic.
the way this is setting up right now. And just another question. And this is for everyone here.
Mhm.
What do you think will be the record of the number 1 seed for our league?
What is Mar right now?
Mar is 7 and 4.
We have what? 2 weeks left?
Let's say 3 weeks. 'Cause
9 and
there's a-
5.
I think he goes 9 and 5. I think he'll go to
Maybe
who's he
9
gonna
and 5.
lose to though? That's the problem.
I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule,
Not
but
gonna lie, all he
Mar,
if
do you have your schedule in front of you? Do you know who you play the rest of the way?
Um, it's only 2 more weeks left after this week.
oh,
So,
okay.
No, it's 2 weeks left as of right now.
Okay.
Week 13 and 14.
Who do you finish with?
I play Brian next week, and I play Sean.
I want to say he can go 2-0, but man, something tells me in there he might split. I don't know how or why, but something. I feel like something will fall somebody else's way, and it won't be anything like against. It's nothing against your team, Mar. It's just I feel like somebody might catch a break. Somebody might go off. I mean, Josh Allen still has a couple weeks to go off. Oh wait. Oh God. Never mind. No, he's at the Eagles this week. Ooh, never mind. I take that back.
I say the person who gets the number 1 seed is gonna go 8 and 7. I think they're gonna go 8.
Wow.
Oh no, I can't do math. 8 and 6.
Can't go 8
I'm
and
sorry.
7.
8 and 6.
I'm not
I
going
think
8
eight
and 6. No.
Somebody's gonna.
I'm not going
don't-
8 and 6.
I think whoever
Nah,
gets that first
I think he
is
wins
gonna go
out.
8.
I think he wins
So
out.
I'm gonna win this week. I'm gonna win this week. I'm gonna win next week.
And then
I'm
you're
not
gonna lock
going
up that
8 and
number 1 seed.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the magical number to lock up that number 1. If you win this week, you essentially have the number 1 seed.
Yeah, if I win this week, I lock it up regardless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Doesn't
Hell,
matter
I
what
could
anybody
really,
else
I
does.
could really drop both games, and I'll still have it.
Yeah.
Because realistically, right, you get Bryant. I would have to hope for Bryant to beat you. And then I would have to hope for Sean to beat you.
Mm.
Because then it would come down to points. And who knows how that's gonna end up.
Yeah, that's a dangerous
Wherever-
gamble. Waiting for
Like-
points like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have to win out. I would have to win out. You would have to win this week. We'd have to win this week. But yeah, I got no
think
more
he's
questions.
got it in the bag.
All right.
I don't got no more questions. You got any more questions for him? Vaughn,
I
no.
ain't got nothing.
Our next contestant on the fantasy football roundtable, none other than Mr. Ryan Furness himself.
Oh God.
Pee-wee.
Singleton for Heisman, even though it never happened.
Singleton for Heisman is
Maybe
the
next year.
team.
Maybe next year.
Maybe that's
And
how
I'm not
you're-
gonna lie.
maybe that's how you are. Though. So, shit.
If we want to talk about how This
My
man
team
has
was
made
auto drafted.
the biggest turnaround in fantasy football history. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello. I'm recording the podcast. Did I not text you back? Damn, my bad. Let me finish this and I'll get back to you. Okay. I'm almost done. All right. Love you. All right.
We're keeping that in the video.
I'm leaving that in the video.
I don't blame you. So, if we want to talk about who the biggest turnaround in fantasy football history, it's got to be Mr. Furness himself.
So,
Yeah.
that's him.
Has to be Mr. Furness himself, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree. It has to be Mr. Furness himself. Why? Well, let me tell you why. First off, this man's team was auto drafted. He was not here for the draft whatsoever.
He's doing some white people shit and went camping, which I love doing.
That is
I was also like 6 beers deep when we started the draft, so I was not coherent whatsoever.
He probably jet the kickers every round.
Ryan dropped the first 4 games of the season
Ah,
in
He was-
what
he
we
was
like to call the Monday night screw job.
oh,
That was
Every-
hilarious.
every
single
single
week. It was the Monday night screw job.
Wow.
That has officially become a thing, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
love
the
it.
Monday
We
night
gotta
screw
put that
job.
on t-shirt, the Monday
Good
Night
old
Screw
Kevin
Job.
Costner.
Oh,
But
God.
week 5, he would play Sean
Oh,
and would put up almost 150 points in a win.
Sean was so pissed after I beat him. I love how he
Oh,
posted
he
in the
was.
group
He
chat. He
was-
was like, I just lost the worst team. I'm like, damn.
He also
The
called
next
me and
week-
told me.
The next week he would drop. Well, the next 2 weeks he would drop to Joey and Cornbread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would then win 3 straight,
Yeah.
beating Gabriel,
Oh, that was
Kelly.
a barn burner.
Kelly, and me.
I forgot I beat you.
Yeah.
Well, I caught you on. I will say this: I caught you on a week with no Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown. So like
That
that
was-
was just pure
whew.
luck right there.
And ever since, he is now 4-7. He started the year 0-4 and is now 4-7. So, ladies and gentlemen, this young man has went 4-3
Yeah.
in the last couple of weeks after losing 4 straight
Crazy.
to start the season.
Also
Mr.
got
Ryan
himself. Also got himself out of the punishment.
also
is-
got
Yes, he
himself out of the
did.
Yeah, I
punishment.
think so.
He is steaming clear. Let me see if I could pull up this list right here.
Are you
Well,
looking for? Are you looking at the points for?
I'll look at the points. So
Yeah, go ahead.
points.
Well, keep going.
So number 1 is Kelly. Number 2, who the hell's number 2?
I
It's
think it's
Cornbread.
Oh, cornbread?
Cornbread, but they only separate by 9 points.
Really?
Number 3,
Wow.
yes. Number 3 is Bryant. And Ryan is number
Yeah, I'm
4,
fourth.
but he's in the 1300s.
Yes.
So he's left all of them.
I feel good.
He's left the building, ladies and gentlemen. He's left the motherfucking building.
Jesus.
Mr. Ryan,
Yeah.
how do you
seriously.
feel? The first question I have, how do you feel about making the biggest turnaround in fantasy football history, my friend?
But when I was 0-4, I thought I was toast. I didn't think I was gonna win a game all year.
He was,
I'm not gonna
he was,
lie.
I'm not gonna, he was considered the layup.
Monday night screw job every
It got
single week.
it got so bad to the point where we were taking turns of guessing his over under wins
Yeah,
on the
Mhm.
year.
I remember that.
That's how bad
I
it
think
got.
it was originally at like 3.5.
Yeah. And
And it's
you won
crazy
three and a
too
half.
because
Oh no, I
The-
got something bad. Okay,
the one that
keep
will
going,
stick
Ryan.
out to me the most, and I think it was a week against Kelly. I was
I gotta
up
grab
like
it.
20 going into Monday Night Football, and I can't remember who she had, but whoever she had went. Oh, I think it was like a Mahomes Kelsey like just master class that night, and I was like, God damn it. I, I'm just shocked as the rest of y'all that I've turned it around. Plus, with my team being auto drafted, I was like, oh Jesus, fuck, here we go.
So
He's also the reason why no one likes playing players on Thursday night.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the reason. He's the reason why people suck their teeth when they see a player play on Thursday night. Hate it so
Mhm.
much.
But
the original
yeah, I
team
wanna
that
I wanna
Ryan
hear
had.
this shit.
The original team that Ryan had that was auto drafted, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Auto drafted. Austin Eckler went in the first round,
That was
followed
gorgeous.
by Bijan Robinson, Cooper Cup, DK Metcalf, Chris Olave, Damian Pierce, Amari Cooper, Christian Watson, Brees Hall, Miles Sanders, Deshaun Watson, Cam Akers, Jerry Judy, Cole Kmet,
This
the
team is
Dolphins
so
defense,
bad.
the
Golly.
Dolphins defense, and Graham Gano as the kicker.
This team is so bad. What?
No, you know what's so bad? Not to cut y'all off. So
What?
I had to go find it. That's why I put my phone down. When you guys brought up Ryan's team total, I remember doing. I forgot I did this, but hold on. This is gonna be perfect for the fucking video. 3, 2, 1.
I need
How the hell you switch this shit?
Oh yes, it's on a whiteboard. It's on a whiteboard.
I forgot I did this shit.
Yes,
And I was like, hold up. I got a whiteboard. I remember writing some bullshit down. I forgot. I thought I was on a
That's
piece of paper.
awesome.
Then I'm like, no. I wrote this on a fucking whiteboard.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love
On,
that.
as soon as I remember that, I'm like, oh my god, I remember I had that
That's
somewhere.
insane. I forgot that was a thing. That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
God.
awesome.
And I told Ryan that if he turned it around, I would fucking get rid of it. You know what? We have the picture quality. Now it's getting rid of. Good job, Ryan.
Now, Mark, let's do the reverse 180. Let's look at my team now. Let's
The
look at
team
my
that you
team
have now.
It's pretty
Dak
nice.
Prescott at quarterback. Bijan Robinson is still here. Raheem Mostert, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Dalton Kincaid, Sam Laporta. The Dolphins defense, who just put up a 23 burger.
Oh, well, I mean,
yesterday.
you're playing Tim Boyle. I hope so.
A 23 burger. Evan McPherson, the kicker.
I forgot about
On the
that.
bench, Cooper Cup, DK Metcalf,
Cooper's
Chris
still here, and
Olave,
DK's still here.
Brees Hall, Brock Purdy, Jordan Addison, and Kenneth Walker.
Oh God, what a
A
difference!
complete
What a
180
complete
from the
180.
team you originally had.
So, this team really was put together by the help of none other than Gabriel. Gabe, thank you for the what was it? Pleasure doing business with you.
Doing business.
So he
I
came
was
to
your
me.
waiver wire coach.
No, you would. He came to me. He was like, "I want Eckler." I'm like, "Okay. Let's see if we can find a deal that works for both sides. I'll have my people talk to your people." So I actually want to look. I want to look at the trade offers originally, because it took us. How long did it take us to get this thing done, Gabe?
Took 7 trades.
Jesus. I need to go find. Hang on. I'm gonna go find it really quick because it was very.
I got it right here.
Okay. What was the original offer?
Well, I got the trade that was accepted.
Oh,
don't
I
the
have
original
all of them.
contract.
I have all of them right here. So the first one was
Hold on.
Brees Hall.
It was for Brees Hall originally. Someone's echoing, by the way. I think it's you, Mark.
How about now?
There we go.
Here we go.
So
let's-
it was originally Brees Hall and Jordan Addison for CeeDee Lamb. Then it was Raheem Mostert and Brees Hall for Drake London and DJ Moore. Then it became Josh Palmer and CeeDee Lamb for Chris Olave and Brees Hall. And then it kind of evolved to where it ended up as where he would get Austin Eckler and I would get Kenneth Walker and CeeDee Lamb. I said no. He put it out again. I also said no. But this is where it got spicy. So originally he threw me Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, and Josh Palmer for Austin Eckler. I was like, okay, let me think about it. I did a little thinking, did a little deep diving. I was like, I didn't want Josh Palmer. And of course, the week after I told him I did want him, I think Josh Palmer got hurt, unfortunately. And then he was like, what if I give you DJ Moore? I was like, okay, you got yourself a deal. And actually, I'm starting DJ Moore for the first time this week, so we'll see what he does in a starter role for yours truly. But I will say this: having Dak Prescott come off the waiver wire was massive. I picked up Brock Purdy quite early in the season off the waiver wire, which was massive. But having Dak and CD as a combo in a PPR league is stupid. It's a cheat code, honestly. And that's why it makes sense why Gabe did what he did, getting Eckler for me with having Herbert, Eckler, and you have Keenan Allen, right, Gabe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you can get just like a quarterback, running back, or quarterback wide receiver duo that you know is gonna get you points, it
Do it.
It changes everything.
Which is why I want Jalen Hurts, but we're not going to talk about that.
No, we're not talking about that. That is for off-camera dealings. Joey, I still can't believe you stole Devon Cheney out from under me too. Fuck.
Hey, I've been on a chain train longer than you have, bud.
I disagree with that, but that's fine.
Oh shit!
So now my
Bullshit.
first.
Fuck you.
I like to ask the first question.
Yes, Gabe.
Um,
The floor is
the first-
open to questions.
The first question is: you have a roster on paper that could possibly win this league.
Yeah.
Do you think you could pull off the unthinkable?
There are two players in our league that I view as the biggest threats. That would be Mar, and that would be Gabe. No offense to Joey, and no offense to Sean or Cornbread.
I'm fine with that.
But I view you two as the biggest threats as far as you two have the best teams in this league.
I'll agree with that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw I was getting Mar a couple weeks ago without AJ and Tyreek, I was playing whatever football fantasy god was out there. I was like, thank you, Lord. Because Mar would have absolutely obliterated me. And, I mean, I got lucky that both of the bye weeks fell on the same week, so that helped a lot. Obviously, we've seen what A.J. Brown has done this year. We've seen what Tyreek Hill has done this year. It is reflected so in fantasy. I don't know if I'm really scared of, anybody else in this league. And that's because I know I have the team that can go out and put up numbers. It's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. We are auditioning DJ Moore for a starting wide receiver role in this team this week. We will evaluate accordingly and then go from there. The only reason, Joey, who did I beat to the Dolphins defense this week in fantasy? Was it you, Gabe?
Not me.
Oh, it was Mar.
No.
I'm not sorry. But also the Jets are fucking
Duty water.
So I will say this, Mar. The only reason they scored as much as they did is because Tim
Pick
Boyle
six.
had that pick six, but right before the half. Tim Boyle, what are you doing?
He looks like a boil.
He's bad. Anyway, any question? Anybody more?
Ryan,
Yeah.
yeah, I got a
Joe.
question for you, good sir.
Yes, Joe.
When it comes to the playoffs, do you have it? If it was up to you, who would you want to play round one?
Those two people I want to play. I want to play you. I don't want to play Kelly. I'm not gonna
Ooh,
lie to
okay.
you, and I will tell you why. Because as good as Patrick Mahomes has been this year, his partner in crime, Travis Kelsey, has kind of been kind of up and down the past few weeks. Like, I will say this, and it kind of helps people who play her, is that offense is a little more balanced than it was to start the season. Because it seems like they finally found a running game. Now obviously they just lost to the Eagles this past weekend, but I don't think I'd be scared of facing Kelly if I had to. I think the outside shot, like the number 3, would probably be Sean. It's just you don't know what you're gonna get from John. Like I speaking of which, I'm
Like
playing him.
McCaffrey.
I'm playing him right now. Oh, speaking of McCaffrey, McCaffrey dropped 30 this week on me, but I will say this: the best pickup I had in this league was off the waiver wire was definitely Sam Laporta at tight end. He's
Oh, yeah.
been a massive help for this league.
Whew.
And I picked up Kincaid too. But Gabe, did you say you had another question?
Realistically speaking, this league is a dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree to that.
Agreed.
What is your ideal seed that you want going into the end of the season?
I mean, if I can get the 4th seed, that would be ideal. I don't think I can push high. I don't think I have the numbers to be able to push for 3, just because my record is what it is. I think we're gonna kind of just have to let the chips fall where they may, and kind of just go from there. Obviously, Mars got the number 1 seed. Who's got the 2 and 3? It's you and Joey, right?
No, I'm currently, I think, like 4.
Okay.
Well, right now, if Kelly can do her job
Mm-hmm.
and beat Bryant,
Mm-hmm.
that would clear number 2 for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because
Mars
then
would have 1,
essentially,
you would have 2.
here's what would happen.
Yeah.
Even if I was to lose this week,
Mm-hmm.
I beat Cornbread.
Yeah.
As long as Mar beats Bryant, I go into the last week with a shot at with either, as long as I don't shit the bed for number 2.
Yeah.
And
There's been a few of those this year.
there's been a few of those this year. Oh, there's been a few of those. Or I can go into that last week with absolutely nothing to play for except just points, which would be realistically, because for those who can't do math, or the top half of the bracket would be 1 versus 8,
2 versus 7.
and 4 versus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then the bottom half would be 2 versus 7,
And 3 and 6.
and 3 versus. I'm telling you right now, that top half of the bracket is going to be the nastiest.
Yes, it is.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I particularly said I don't want number 4.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't want 4 and 5. Give me 2 or 3 if I can't get 1.
Yeah, if I can get the 4th spot, I would like that. If I don't, okay, we'll go from there.
Yeah, but I mean, and then I guess the last question is do you believe you fleeced me on the trade?
No,
Looking back on it,
no, I don't think so, and I will tell you why.
and this is an open. This is open. Hold on, before you go, this is an open-ended question, Fred. This is for the whole floor.
There have been sources and insiders in this league that have said that this trade was one-sided. I'm here to refute those claims. You look at Austin Eckler, and you look at what he's done so far this year in fantasy. He's what, probably a top 5, 6 running back in fantasy this year?
It's top 5. I'll look at his ranking right now for you.
And then you look at what I got back. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb is the guy. DJ Moore's been at the mercy of quarterbacks in Chicago. And then, unfortunately, Kenneth Walker just got hurt. So he didn't play last week.
but was performing well.
But he
up
was
until...
performing well. I don't know. I'm not sure where he stands as far as Rookie of the Year conversation. I'm sure
Who?
he's gonna be Walker. He'll
Walker's
probably
not a
get.
rookie.
This is his second
Oh,
year.
this is his
Second year.
year. Why did I think?
Zach Duberding's the rookie.
That's what I was thinking of. I don't know because I mean, if you look at it, you're getting enough points essentially from Eckler than I am, and CeeDee's been carrying this entire trade for me because DJ Moore's been at the mercy of a non-existent Justin Fields and Tyson Bagent. Ugh.
Yeah, DJ Moore's a flex.
Yeah, I mean pretty much.
Very
that's
much,
what
yes.
DJ Moore is. I mean I'm starting him this week at wide receiver just because I didn't feel confident starting Olave. Who am I starting this week actually? I am not starting Olave just because his output has been down. Cooper Kupp has been hurt. Jordan Addison's been kind of mid. But if I probably make a change here in my lineup, I'll probably start Kupp. But I don't know if he's healthy enough for me to wanna to convincingly start him this week.
It's an open-ended question, so anybody else could answer.
I would say no. Like, I know some people, but like, all that just for one player. I'm like, no, but like I understand because Eckler's been performing like one of the top guys in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, almost to an extent with McCaffrey. To an extent, they've both been pretty much racking up the points, and pretty much Ryan also did this to potentially trying to stay away from the punishment, which I don't blame him one bit. I probably would have done the same shit. But realistically, if you look at it, this actually saved Ryan's season.
Yes, it did.
This is keeping Gabe competitive week in, week out, especially with having a good 3-player stack with a team that mainly does score in the high 20s, almost 30 points a game. So that's also going to benefit him to an extent for having a giant stack. So either way, if it's either Keir Down or Eckler who scores those touchdowns, he's going to get that points either way. So I don't think that's bad.
Ma, your thoughts, if you have any?
I don't think it's a fleece for the sole fact it's like if you know fantasy football, you know having 3 players that play on the same team can either be really good or really bad. But considering the fact that Gabe got Austin Eckler, who's one of the top 5, top 10 running backs in fantasy football, adding him to Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, who can run the ball very efficiently and catches passes out of the backfield, it only makes Gabe's team even scarier to face.
Of course.
But again, it can be really good or really bad.
Really bad. Yeah.
You'll have a week where they just absolutely go off. Justin Herbert drops 40 points. Austin Eckler has 25.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen has 25. That's 90 points, almost 100 points right there alone.
And that's, I will say this, flipping it back to my side of the trade, that's what's helped me a lot, is picking up Dak Prescott off the waiver wire and then just slotting in CeeDee Lamb as wide receiver 1. Like, they've been putting up 60, 70 points combined, like, just by themselves over the past few weeks. And I will say this is Dak Prescott's best fantasy season I think he's ever had. But it also helps that he's healthy.
Now, we'll also say this, though. This trade here is also eked me out a win by the skin of my teeth on Monday night. If those who don't remember the miracle on Monday night?
The Monday night miracle.
With the Austin Eckler touchdown towards the end, and I won by 0.10 of a point. So, I mean, I knew the risk I was taking. But I also know, after this week, the Ravens, yeah, they might give him a problem. Keyword. He's got New England, Denver. First round of playoffs, I got Las Vegas. So, once I get past this week, this little hiccup here, where it could possibly curse me, I'll be fine. But, I mean, looking back on it, it helped you. I needed to make that extra oomph. And I mean, it's paid off. I mean, look, you could. I mean, realistically, we won't see each other in the first round the way it's set up right now. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, if we do see each other in the second round, it's paid off in dividends.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I don't got no more questions at this time.
Well, you can kind of just close out. You can kind of just run through yours and then just close out the podcast.
Hold on. Well, wait. Well, before we start,
Oh.
here we go. Death Row Records.
I love the name, by the way. I love the name.
Death Row Records, the number one seed as of right now, that can possibly clinch it by the end of this week. Because realistically, 2 games left, it'd be if he loses the last 2 weeks, it would be the most funniest thing ever.
Don't pull a Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs.
Damn.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie, he would never hear the end of it. Let me see. Where's your team? I don't think his roster's pretty much changed for the most part, but we'll go through it. So, starting off of the year, he had at the end of the draft, Tyreek, AJ Brown, Lamar, Debo, Justin Fields, Pacheco. 1-2 defense was the Jets and 49ers, Evan McPherson, Kyle Pitts, Dalvin Cook, MVS, Montgomery, Sutton, Hollywood Brown, and Zay Flowers. Going into this week, Lamar, Pacheco, Montgomery, Hill, Brown, Ferguson, Tank Dell, 49ers defense, Jake Moody, Debo, Jets defense, Zay Flowers, Brian Robinson, Stroud, Cole Kmet, and Javonte Williams. I'll be pretty honest. I looked at the running backs and I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know if his running backs scare me, but I see where you were going with. I can see where you're going with building this roster. But
Tyreek Hill's
I
been your
mean-
best player, and it hasn't been close.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that he got Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown might be very much underrated. So I guess the first question for me is, do you feel like taking away all bias aside and out of it, do you feel like you deserve the number one seed?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I think I do because
I think he does too.
I'm gonna follow up with a
built-
second part. I'm gonna follow up with a second part.
I built a team that can score consistently. Hence why I feel like I do deserve the number one seed. Because really, when it comes to fantasy football, you got to be able to build a team that is not only scoring you points, but are doing it on a consistent week in and week out basis.
I was gonna say, I think the number one thing when you're building a fantasy team, you absolutely need, no matter what you're doing, is you need consistency. You have to have consistency, or else you're screwed.
I'm
Carry
not
on.
gonna lie, especially in this league, it's
Mhm.
your floor has to be 110 points every week.
Yeah,
To
that's the
have a shot.
crazy thing too. Is, well, I'm just gonna say this really quick, and then I'll let you finish. But like, the point floor in this league has been what 100, 115 every single week. I mean, I don't know what happened to Cornbird and Bryant, where they both played each other and barely put up 90. But like, it's insane the level of play in this league. It's wild. Continue.
But yeah, go
Um,
ahead. Go ahead. Let you finish.
Yeah, I built a team that can score consistently. I mean, you have Lamar Jackson, who's probably top 5 quarterback in the league. You have Isaiah Pacheco, who's part of a very extensive Kansas City offense with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. You have David Montgomery, who's upgraded himself to a RB1 spot in the split backfield with him and Jameer Gibbs. AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, easily number 1, number 2 best receivers in the league as of right now. Don't care how anybody else feels about it. Tank Dell, who's been very sneaky. Love Tank Dell. Like, I ended up getting him like on the waiver wire like a couple weeks ago, and he literally just dropped 26 last week. So it's like this team can score. I got Jake Ferguson, and Dak Prescott loves tight ends. He loves throwing it to the tight end, which is why having Jake Ferguson definitely helps out a lot. And then I got two of the best defenses. One, two of the best defenses, probably like top 5, top 10 in the league. The
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Jets and the 49ers. Getting sacks, forcing turnovers, not allowing a lot of points. They handle business when it's time.
You know
But
who your most underrated draft pick was? In my opinion, it's CJ Stroud. Like
And
that might be the most underrated draft pick in the entire draft.
you got this Stroud? I thought you picked him off waiver.
Did you
I think
draft Stroud?
I don't know. I
I
don't think
thought you
so.
did.
I
He
don't,
I
I
know
don't,
you
draft
no,
did.
CJ?
I picked Fields. I picked Fields. Nah,
Oh,
Fields.
okay.
I ended up getting Stroud on the waiver wire like a few weeks in. But
Regardless,
yeah,
hi Kitty.
CJ Stroud has been amazing by far.
Been better than Justin
Definitely,
Fields.
definitely offensive rookie of the year,
Yeah, of course.
hands down, not a doubt. So I had to get him,
Mm,
and then having him and Tank Dell definitely gonna be a problem for sure.
yeah,
But
buddy.
my team is just able to score, and it's like I can confidently put certain people in and be like, okay, they're gonna score points for me. Not worry about it. As long as my team is scoring at least, like as long as my quarterback is at least putting up 20 points every week, my running backs they're at least putting up around 13, 15 points a week. My receivers, if they're putting up around 12 to 14 points a week, tight ends, just tight ends. Like you either get a lot of points with a tight end or you don't. If my defense is able to get points for the week, at least 10, 11, 12 points a week, I'm good. I am good. And I have people that can do that. I have David Montgomery who can get me 15 points if I need it. I got Isaiah Pacheco who can get it. Got Lamar Jackson. I got CJ Stroud. I got AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill. I got Tank Dell. I have bench players that can get it if I need it. So, it's just all of I
Come here.
built this team because I know
Come here.
these guys can score, points for me every week.
I have a question. Are we opening the floor to questions?
I just have one more question. Do you believe if you had to rank your obviously you're the number one seed. I mean, you essentially, if you win this league, who would I mean? Because we all know the number 8 seed. I think that's pretty much confirmed at this point.
They're gonna be
Who's
Kelly.
gonna get? It's gonna be either Kelly or Cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you not like to see in the second round?
Ooh.
Give them to me.
Oh, that it is. That is that dog mentality. I love it.
Oh Jesus Christ! Give me an answer.
Give them to
He
me.
doesn't
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I don't
I
like
respect
me
it.
personally. I don't go in with the mindset. Oh, I don't want to see them. I don't want to face them.
Nah, bring it on.
That's just my competitive spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a competitor first. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You could be the best player in the world when it comes to any sport. Baseball, football, basketball. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. If you beat me, you beat me. If I beat you, I beat you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing else to really be said about it. So in the second round, whoever I play, if I beat you, I beat you. If you beat me, you beat me. That's it.
Okay. Now, obviously, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about your chances of winning the whole thing?
It's definitely a high 8 because like I feel like it's gonna take my players to really like produce in order for me to get there. Even though yes, they produce now, but I need them to like really lock in and eat up. Like I need that. I need at least 15 a week in order for me to really get there. But at the same time, depending on who I face, it probably won't even matter. So
You know, it's one thing that I noticed about your team. A lot of your players could have playoff spots locked up by semifinals or even quarterfinals.
I don't think
Does
it'll
that
be
worry?
that early.
or it could be damn near close. Does that play? Does that worry you at all? Seeing how no, I figured it'd
Nope.
be a no, but we gotta ask. You know how reports just got asking bullshit ass
Of
questions.
course.
I got no
But
more.
no,
I got.
I ain't worried about it. I mean, if they rest, then they rest. But at the end of the day, my team is just going to do what they got to do, and I'm going to make the right call, start the right people, and we just wait for the results. Literally.
That's it. Okay. I ain't got no
Any
more
more?
questions.
Any
I
other
got no.
questions,
Right.
Mr. Ryan?
How do you feel about your star wide receiver AJ Brown having to throw temper tantrums on the sideline to Jalen Hurts to get him to throw him the ball? What are your thoughts on the gamesmanship of AJ Brown?
Well, it worked.
You're
It
damn
worked.
right it did.
Yeah, it did.
It worked. It worked.
I ain't mad about it.
I feel like when we're talking, especially because I drafted AJ Brown off of sole knowledge that he's one of the best receivers in the game. Not a doubt, no doubt about it. So you got to get those guys. That's the best, one of the best in the game. You got to get them the ball, whether you like it or not. Whether like, hey, like I'm trying. Get them the ball. You got to get them the ball. You got to get your playmakers the ball. If you're not getting your playmakers the ball, you don't expect a lot to happen. Don't expect anything to change. For example, the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs situation in Buffalo. I would like Stephon Diggs on my team.
That's so much of a thing in the past.
Absolutely. I would love Stephon Diggs on my team. But Josh Allen is so shaky to the point where it's like I cannot depend on Josh Allen.
No.
I can depend on Tua.
Yeah,
He's going to get Tyreek the ball. I can depend on Jalen Hurts because he's going to get AJ the ball.
You can depend on CJ Stroud because he's going to get Tank Dell and Nico Collins
Stroud because he's going to get Tank Dell the ball.
Yeah.
I can depend on David Montgomery and Isaiah Pacheco because I know they're going to get touches. That's another thing. Like I built this team solely because of I know that they're going to touch the ball because they play a very significant role in that offense. That's why I built this team the way I did. I got my two quarterbacks, which they're going to ball out, or they're either going to ball out or they're going to suck. That's just something you have to accept.
Yeah,
There's no in between. Ball out or suck. Then I have my skill players, my running backs, my receivers, my tight ends, and then the flex. Literally, I built this team. I picked these guys, whether I drafted them or picked them up off the waiver wire, because I know that they're going to touch the ball in some type of way. Oh yeah, I got Debo. I know he's going to get the ball. He had a rushing touchdown last night or Thursday night.
Debo.
He had 22 points. I know he's going to touch the ball because he plays a significant role in that offense. Yeah. I know everybody that's on my team is going to touch the ball. That's another thing. I built this team, again, solely because I know that they're all going to touch the ball. And the crazy thing is, I was projected to finish last place in this league.
Yeah, how the hell did ESPN with that team project you to finish last?
Oh, yeah, speaking about that, you said you told Gabe was a fifth, right? You said you were last. I'm curious what me and Ryan was.
I was projected to finish third, I think. I don't know how. That trash can of a team that I had drafted for me. Fucking shitters.
Ryan was projected to finish third.
How?
Joey, you were projected to finish sixth.
Okay.
Well, I think that's what I'm currently at now, so hey.
And Gabe was projected to finish fifth.
Fuck you, ESPN.
So honestly, actually, I ain't gonna lie. If anything, all four of us was projected to finish 5 through 8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy.
We see how
What
that
is
turned
ESPN
out.
tripping on?
Yeah.
Honestly, at the end of the day, when I seen it for the first time, that was my first time seeing that. Like when I first sent it in the Discord,
Yeah.
it said I was supposed to finish last place with the original team that I had.
Yeah, that's
Granted, I did have Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I had Marquise Brown. I had players that Dalvin Cook.
You still had
had to get
AJ
rid
and
of them.
Tyreek Hill though.
But I had to get rid of them because when it came down to having to
gritty.
getting down to the nitty gritty, and I had to sub out AJ because he was hurt, or Tyreek because he was hurt, or because they had a bye. And granted, both of them had a bye in the same week. So literally, like, I had to get rid of them because they weren't gonna give me no points. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is not gonna give me no points. Dalvin Cook is not even touching the ball. I thought he would at least touch the ball a little bit, but he doesn't even touch the ball for real. Marquise Brown, their quarterback situation was so weird, I couldn't really call it. Really, I couldn't. But at the end of the day, I'm confident in my team. Every week, I'm looking at matchups. Every week, I'm looking at, what defense lacks the most in, which is why I started Lamar Jackson this week.
Yeah, I don't
Because
blame
the Chargers defense not all that great.
And now that Bosa's on IR, doesn't help.
And both are on IR. I'm really not worried about it either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Mark Andrews got announced not too long ago when we were talking that Ravens are placing him on IR.
Oh yeah, it doesn't surprise me. With the injury he
So,
had, I would hope so.
Yeah, I started this week. Lamar. The Chargers are 31st in allowing points versus quarterbacks. The Raiders are 28th in allowing points versus running backs, and Isaiah Pacheco got the Raiders this week. Not really worried about AJ Brown. Nobody on Buffalo's covering AJ Brown. I'm not worried about that. Tank got a nice little matchup. Not
Who
worried
do they
about
play
that.
this week, by the way?
Jaguars, which
Jags.
I'm actually hoping Houston wins.
We need
But-
We need Jacksonville to pull that out for a division winners parlay. What we need.
Yeah,
Get a
we
little
do.
dice. I mean, the other two legs are looking fine as hell. What do we have? It was the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Eagles and Duval.
Now is it? I'm just gonna branch out really quick. Is this the first matchup they have, or did they already play this year?
This is
No.
probably the first matchup
Think-
because the NFL moved all the division matchups to the end of the year.
Yeah, and I love
Yep.
it. I love it. It's just better football. So if Jacksonville loses, they'll be 7-4. Houston will be 7-4, and Houston will have the tiebreaker. Oof. Also, I want to congratulate Mar for his preseason prediction of the Saints. Wait, no. Did you say the Saints was going to be the best team in the South, or was it the Panthers? I thought you said it was the Saints.
Yeah.
Saints.
Because of that division being a trash can, the Saints are 5-5 in first place.
At first, I did say the Panthers, but I ended up switching to
Yeah.
the Saints.
Smart
Yeah.
man.
What the fuck are the Panthers? Anyway, that's not the point.
1-9.
Any-
What a
Any other
9.
question? 1-9. Any other
And that
question?
pick, and they're not even going to even keep that pick either.
Ma, I just want to thank you for your time, and I wish you the best of luck the rest of the season.
Joe, do you have any questions?
Not really a question, but more of a call out. Depending on who I play, I kind of hope I get you round 2.
You don't want that smoke.
Yes, I
You
do.
don't want that smoke.
Right, no, for bro to bro bragging rights, I want that shit.
Bro.
Hey, no,
Nah.
look, Mar, think about this, Mar. Who else called out for you? Nobody. I'm calling you out. Hopefully, I get you round 2.
No, Cornbread has called them out.
Cornbread's called out.
Cornbread
Yeah.
calls everybody out.
Wait,
No,
wait.
Cornbread
We
calls
gotta
everybody
talk
out 'cause
about
he's a
that. Hang
jackass.
on. I knew we were gonna circle back to this.
Shh, don't get me started with that.
Mar, the floor is yours.
So week 2, I think. Yeah, week 2 of the fantasy season. Cornbread felt as if, and I wasn't really paying attention much because it was the first few weeks of fantasy, so I wasn't really taking anything to heart.
No.
He felt as if he felt the need to make comments towards beating me. He said, "If
7.5 spreads.
hold on, let me see.
He has the receipts.
Let me see here. I gotta find it because if I could bet on fantasy football spreads, I'm hammering the 7.5 against me this week. Too easy. So
Yes, it-
I kept that was on September the 12th. That was like I said, week 2, or really, yeah, week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2 of the season. So I said, okay, I'm gonna remember that because I'm gonna have to play him again. I'm gonna remember that. So I want to say 2 weeks ago, I ended up playing him again.
He tripped you again
Uh,
too.
he made a call out towards me again. He said, um, he was talking to Gabe. He said, "Fair enough. I know you want to be around when Garrett Wilson torches the Chargers, and I whoop." Talking about me.
Garrett Wilson. Jesus.
Mm.
And literally, my response was, "I hope it happens for your sake."
Just say,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I tagged everyone. I said, "Y'all see this, right?"
Mm-hmm. That's the greatest thing
So then
ever.
I knew what time it was because I had to send the LeBron James Game 6
I
GIF.
loved it.
Yes.
I sent that GIF. I proceeded to beat Cornbread that night by 14 points.
Yes.
Literally, if I scroll up and I know I'll find it, let's see. Because it's here. It is definitely here. Find this shit.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was the most funniest.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best thing
Because,
ever.
like, look, I'm going to talk trash. But if I don't talk trash to you first, don't talk trash to me. Because you better win. I'm that type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You better win. If you talk to me first and I didn't say nothing to you, you better win. But literally, hold on. Minus 14 on that ass.
Mm.
I do the spread that he said that he would hammer 7.5. I doubled that.
Yeah.
I
And then he
literally
came
doubled that.
back with crickets. So, you know.
And that win actually gave me the number 1 seed, and I've been number 1 seed since then. Not gonna lie. So it's fun. He said he'll see me in the ship.
No, he won't. He might not even get out of the post. Wow, the way he's been playing.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is new to me. I don't know if anybody else has seen it.
What is it?
We have a consolation bracket.
Do we?
That's just for pride.
That's just for pride. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But the thing is,
Yes.
you could really tell who finishes in last place with the
From that.
consolation bracket.
I mean, it's too
That's
late
true.
to change the punishment now.
I mean, no. We're not changing the punishment.
We can
Because
really
look,
tell.
so of course you got round 1 as of right now. This is the current playoff bracket as of right now.
Oh yeah.
I play Kelly in the 1 and 8. Gabe would play Joey in the 4 and 5.
Oh no.
Sean would play Cornbread in the 3 and
Yes.
6, and Brian would play Ryan in the 2 and 7.
That's fine. That's
So
fine.
of course the 4 winners will advance.
Mhm.
The 4 losers drop to the consolation bracket. Then whoever the 2 losers in the winners bracket
Mhm.
will drop to the consolation bracket after round 2.
And
So
what,
then
round 3 is the championship.
you'll
I
have
think.
3 matchups. You'll have 3 matchups in the consolation bracket, and of course you have the championship game. I think from what I'm looking at, from how I see this, the way it has it set up, whoever loses, obviously.
Drop
So let's just say I beat Kelly. She'll drop to the consolation bracket. Let's just say Gabe beats Joey. He'll drop to the consolation bracket. Let's say Sean beats Cornbread. He'll drop. And then let's just say Brian beats Ryan. He'll
I'll
drop.
drop,
So
yeah.
then it'll be It'll actually be 5 versus 8
Mhm.
It would
and
be.
6 versus 7.
Yeah.
So then, the seeds that won will advance, obviously. So
It would be more. It would be 1 plays 4,
so
and
I
then
would play
3
Gabe,
plays
and
2.
then
Sean would
Bryant will
play.
play Sean.
Yeah.
And whoever loses out of that,
They drop down to that second.
they
Like that
we,
second.
yeah,
one.
they drop down. So then it would be one that plays, well, just hypothetically speaking, highest seed plays the lowest seed.
Mhm.
That sounds interesting.
I didn't know there was a consolation bracket. That
I
just
didn't
No,
either.
ESPN always has a consolation bracket, but I don't like using it to determine the losers
Yeah.
because it gets too complicated.
Yes, it does.
nah. Yeah, I understand. I
It gets
definitely understand.
it
Because
gets
just
too
looking
com-
at it, I was like, what the hell? Where did this come from? But
Obviously, it's legit just there so that people who don't do playoffs got something to do
Hmm.
at that point. But I will say this though, this has probably been the most fun league and interesting league I've ever been
This
a
is
part of.
definitely the most fun.
Agreed.
I've ever put. This is the first time I've ever done PPR, and I have to say it's so much better than non
Yeah.
PPR. Like it's just more. You score more points, and B it's just like, I mean you don't know who's gonna shit the bed every week. Like that's what it comes down to.
I also think too, because this is an 8-man league, that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah. I got nothing else.
Realistically speaking, we all know that the winner gets a trophy,
Yeah.
and they get to decide how the punishment's determined next year
Oof, yes.
and what the punishment is. I mean, realistically speaking, if this league was on Netflix,
This would be
Oh,
a
God.
great Netflix special.
cinema, automatic art. But
But we gotta do it as an animated fucking thing for it too.
I don't
but
want
my
animated.
question
Fuck that
is
shit.
to everyone here: who is going to do the punishment?
it won't be me.
I mean,
That's
Well,
all.
I
I'm
think
not
I
doing
pushed
it.
myself out. I think I pushed myself
That's
out.
all
think
I
I did-
care about.
I think at this moment in time, the people involved in this podcast episode are not in line in any way, shape, or form.
I can't believe
No,
I'm
no,
out.
no, no.
I can't believe I'm out. What the fuck?
You made it out by the skin of your teeth, sir.
Hey, the skin of your teeth,
Be
buddy.
great.
Well, you know
Grateful.
what's helped. You know what's helped though is I've been ever since I got CD Lamb from Gabe. I've been putting up points. Like and also Dak and CD Lamb have been shredding defenses.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna give my list of 3 people. I think it's Cornbread. I think Kelly gets out of it.
Oh, you think she gets enough points
I
against
don't think
Mar?
she gets out of it.
Well,
Hold
it
on.
depend on. Wait, and we still have 2 weeks left of
Hold
the
on.
regular season too.
Hold on. We also have to keep in mind that the difference between Kelly and Cornbread is 9 points,
Jesus.
and Bryant is at 1263.
Ouch.
So it's only really a 50-point gap, and especially if Bryant screws the bed this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it
say
could,
Tua put up 7 points this week. So
it could get
I dodged that bullet trade.
You know who I need to not have a good game, Joey. I need your Eagles defense to stand on the heads this week. I need Josh Allen to shit the bed so I can beat Sean again.
Screw Josh
I'm
Allen.
not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I'm projected to put up 160.
Bryant's saving grace right now is his record.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it can
Yes.
also get real. It can, if he loses to Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Kelly then goes 5-7. What is? He then goes to 7-5.
I would end up 5-7 as well if I beat Sean.
And I'd be, I think, 6-6. I'd be Cornbread.
So here's how it breaks down. If Mar wins, he moves to 8-4. If Bryant wins, wait, who you playing this week? Mar,
Me.
Mar, you've got
I
Bryant.
got
don't
Mar. No, I got Mar.
Okay, so if Mar wins, he would move to 8-4.
Mhm.
If Bryant wins, he would move to 8-4. If Sean wins, he would move to 7-5. If Gabe wins, you would move to 7-5, obviously. If Joey would have won, he would get back to 500 at 6-6. If Cornbud would have won, he would get back to 500. And then Kelly and I, if we would have both win, we would move to 5-7. It's about to get ugly.
I'm not gonna lie. If Bryant loses this week, right,
Mm.
and if this bunny stops trying to bite my eye, get away. Go on. Get that. If Bryant loses this week, it's about to get real ugly. Cause I tell you what,
Between what, those bottom three? Well,
Yeah.
Cornbud would have to lose and Kelly would have to lose.
no, but think about it this way. Let's say in an absolute crackpot of a scenario, we go into next week and it's still a 3-way tie for first.
Oh, boy. Like for the bottom?
No, for the number 1 seed.
Oh, no, I don't see that happening. I know it's a
Right.
crackpot scenario, but I don't see it happening.
Well, you gotta throw it out there hypothetically. Even though I don't think it will happen.
No, I don't either.
I don't think it will happen. Realistically, right? He then gets Mar. And then he ends the season with me.
Oh, no.
So
That's a rough
Right.
game stretch.
Bryant has to win this week. Because guess what happens if he goes 7-7? And the last seed is 6-7.
Oh, boy. That'd be fun.
I think he's sneaky for it as well. I think
Yeah.
Kelly's gonna. Who does Kelly have these last 2 weeks?
I think Brian, Sean.
She's
And-
not
wait.
you at all, Joey?
No,
She
who
might play
does-
me the last. I don't know.
No, hold on. Who does she have?
I
'Cause
got
the
it.
schedule of
I got it right here in front of me.
Mhm.
Oh, hang on.
Sean and Joey. In that order.
Oh, that's not fun. That's not fun. Poor Kelly. You know who I will say this. I'm actually kind of happy with my last 2 weeks. So after I play Sean this week, I have Joey, and then I play Cornbud. I'm kind of in spoiler mode right now, and I'm all for it. Let's go.
I'm just sitting here. I'm looking at Brian's team. I'm just like, my friend, you are about to learn Chinese real quick. If you
who is shit about? I was gonna say if you have his team, you said who's not performed for him this year? Because there's been a few players on his team that haven't done.
his
well.
running backs.
Yeah.
His running. But now honestly, I'm just looking at this.
Mhm.
He could be in line to do it. I'm not gonna lie. And
We would
if
need
he,
that video from you, Gabriel.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
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 Gabe
oh,
would,
no,
Gabe would make sure
no.
he'll do it.
oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I know where the man lives. I'll make sure he do it.
Damn.
But I have a funny feeling Kelly's gonna get out of it by the skin of her
I think
teeth.
she will too. I hope she.
She's
beats you
hoping
this
that-
week, Joey.
She's
Sorry,
hoping to
but-
God she does because she's complaining still.
Oh.
What is she? What
Nah,
is
she just don't want to do the punishment. She's a little bit worried. That's about it.
I think it'd be
Okay.
funny.
I think it'd be funny, but
I'm not gonna lie. Realistically, she better hope and pray she get cornbread the first round.
Yeah.
That's what she.
Oh, you know
I'm
what's
not gonna-
crazy? You know what I just realized? Justin Jefferson is supposed to come back the last week of the regular season when Cornbread plays me. But again, even though he's healthy, he still
How
might
healthy
not
is he really gonna be?
Exactly. And it's his knee,
Yeah.
isn't it? So
No,
like
Sam
that's-
Straight.
Oh, that's not great, but I
I
got
mean, he
nothing
was-
else for the pod.
But nah, this ending of the season is going to be real interesting. I mean, yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Mo, you want to bring
So
it
nobody
home?
wants AJ Brown or Tyreek Hill?
No,
No.
I'll take AJ.
I'm not gonna lie. The trade deadline is this Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
Mara, I'll take
You're
AJ.
coughing up Jalen Hurts. I'm letting you know right now.
Nah, I'll give you a Mara and
Nope. Nope.
But
Nope.
what-
Man, say
Nope.
the trade deadline is this Wednesday.
oh, I know.
You're coughing up
So-
Jalen Hurts. You're not getting
Does,
both.
yeah,
does
seriously.
anyone make a trade at the trade deadline?
I think Cornbread tries to pull something. I think he gets desperate. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Maybe I have some about my Dragon Ball Z sleeve somewhere. You know,
Oh, go.
who knows? I'll be looking around.
Nobody wants AJ Brown or Tyreek Hill.
No, because I know either way I'm gonna have to give up Hurts, and I'm not giving up my general.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give you one of mine.
No, but I need my quarterback general. He is the leader of the ship. I don't want no, potential JV quarterback guy. I gotta hope.
I'm gonna give you Lamar Jackson, asshole.
No, I was talking about in general. Like if I totally forgot. Yeah, Lamar, but I can't give up Hurts. That's my dude.
All right then, you're not getting my dude. You might as well go ahead and check that off your list because that's not happening.
I'll make sure I write down the board. No AJ Brown.
That won't happen. Maybe Tyreek.
But either way, I'll have to go up Hurts, and I'm not giving you Hurts at AJ.
You don't gotta give me Hurts.
What for Tyreek?
Yeah, you ain't gonna give me Hurts. I'm just not letting you get AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. That's not happening. Are you crazy?
A little bit.
I'm bugging home.
All right.
It has been push.
Ryan, push.
Oh my god.
You gotta say it, Ryan. Push.
I did.
I didn't hear you. Push.
Push.
All right.
I love it.
Ryan, you're being the only white person here. Push.
Yeah, fair. Wait, what'd you say?
You still haven't said it.
I did say
Push.
it. I said push. Shut up, Joey.
Say it for real now. 1, 2, 3.
Push. I love it.
That's how we end it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for joining us on, on this nice little episode of we call it the Fantasy Football Roundtable. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, a good holiday as well. I know we're kind of, it's the holiday season. Don't expect us to do shit. I'm just saying. All right.
For real.
Don't expect us to do anything.
I'll let it be known right now before someone complains. Yes, we weren't even supposed to be recording today.
Yeah.
To be honest,
We just kind of said fuck it.
But the only reason why we're recording because kind of got tore up last week, so it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But I will let people know. December 2nd,
UFC is back.
The 9th and the 16th is our last episodes for the podcast for this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I tell you right, and we won't be back to the beginning.
We'll be back
20. Oh,
hey, listen. December 16th. Recap of 2023. The year recap. That will be the last episode of the podcast. We're gonna send y'all out of 2023 and into 2024 with a nice little episode. That might be a long ass episode.
Oh, it probably fucking will be.
It'll be a long ass episode.
There'll still be spaces.
Yeah, there'll still be spaces, but as far as the podcast goes, we want everybody to, have the chance to spend time with their family. It's the holidays. You're supposed to be spending time with your family. Stop being weird and spending so much time on the game and internet. Go be
touch
social.
grass.
Go touch grass. Go be social. Go be social. What the fuck? But
I'm not.
Yeah. So December the 2nd, as you heard, Gabe said it. December the 2nd, December the 9th, and December the 16th will be our last 3 episodes of the podcast for 2023. 2024, we're going to be coming back a whole lot better. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on Twitter. If you're not already following us, you should be following us. If you're asking me, you should already be following us. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, and make sure
links are below.
Yeah, the links will be below on the YouTube video for all of our social medias: TikTok, Twitter. We do have Twitch. We're gonna start using Twitch a little bit more. Yeah. So make sure you stay tuned with that also as well. Make sure you join our Discord. It is free. We don't charge.
Absolutely.
Everything is free. We sit here, we talk shit, we give you free plays. Hopefully it hits. Okay.
We had a 6-legged hit today. So
let's go.
I mean, listen, we back like a crack. So
exactly. So make sure you go ahead, do all of that because I'm telling you, 2024 is going to be a great year. It's going to be an amazing year. We're about to have so much fun. It's going to be just the same as this year. You know, we kind of got started a little late,
Yeah.
but hey, we've had some fun recording these podcasts. I know I have.
Yep.
I can't speak for everybody else, but I think
Oh.
everybody else agrees here.
Just to hold the phone real quick. Virginia Tech is up 24-0 on Virginia.
Ha. Oh,
Is that football?
Yeah.
There's another
Oh, no,
score.
Virginia's terrible.
There's another score I want you to watch. More. Alabama 10, Auburn 14, late first half. He's not
That would
worried.
change. I'm not
He's
worried about
not
that.
worried.
As I told Mar, I'm like, Mar, I hope to God you slammed Alabama's second half money line.
This is the spirit. This is the spirit of the dog that I have, and it's been built in me since 2000.
Yeah.
I was born with this. Okay, I was born with it.
I have a question. Next week's episode going to be a conference preview / recap?
Might
I
as
think that's
well.
what it.
Wait,
Yeah, that's what it is.
The conference preview for college football.
Oh yeah, we have
Conference
to. Championship.
And
Wait,
speak of the devil,
hang on.
Alabama just scored.
Let's go. I have Bama, by the way.
I have the over. So.
Wait, hang on. I need to look before we go away.
The spirit of the dog. I've been born with this.
I want to look at.
know. Not worried. But again, make sure to follow us on all our social media. Literally, check out the Spotify. All of our previous episodes is on Spotify. Literally, what episode is this?
I don't know, like
13.
13.
14.
So, episode 1 through 12 is on Spotify and on YouTube. So if you want to go rewatch them, go re-listen to them. You can. Like I said, you can either rewatch it on YouTube or you can re-listen to it on Spotify. You have.
Right, are you raising your
I have
hand?
a question. So we can do conference preview Saturday, but the Pac-12 championship is Friday night. So is Conference USA.
That's fine. It'll be a preview and a recap.
Okay.
What the Pac-12?
Hey!
I don't give a damn about the
Washington's
Yeah, I agree with
undefeated.
that one.
I want to hear your shit.
I'm watching Washington right now.
Hey, listen, Washington money line. Go grab that right now.
Okay. Let me. No, I'm kidding.
It's at plus 2. It's at plus 285 right now.
I'm sorry.
Washington.
It's what?
It's at
Listen.
7-7 right now.
Listen. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
We're gonna end the episode on this.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. is going to win the Heisman.
You sure it's not
He
Jaden
has
Daniels?
to beat Oregon.
You sure it's not Jaden Daniels?
He already beat Oregon once. He's got to beat Oregon twice.
Yeah.
He's got to
do it
beat
again.
Oregon. He's got to do it again. He's got.
Oh,
to
wait. No,
do
wait.
it
Who told me
again.
this? Was it Ryan or Gabe that's saying that Washington's like this big dog playing Oregon going into the conference championship?
They are.
Why?
Why? Because
they
look
are.
Look at what Oregon's done the past few weeks. They are body
But
bagging
Oregon already
people.
lost to them.
It doesn't
Who
matter.
gives a fuck? It's Oregon. They suck.
Yeah,
They
they're
choked
Guess
during
what?
big situations.
Guess what? That's fine though. That's fine though. Because guess what?
What?
Plus 285. We're gonna fuck the books.
Wait, hold on.
Slime
Right
down.
now,
It's
the
at
7-7 score. You said Washington's at plus 285.
No,
we're
you
talking-
moron.
Oh God, dude, I was gonna throw like 3 units on that shit.
You are high. You are totally high.
Are you high?
Yes, he is.
So hold on. So for those who don't know, Oregon versus Washington next week Friday 8 o'clock.
It's the Pac-12
Oregon.
championship game.
Pac-12 championship, the last one. We
Yeah.
think Oregon is minus 7.5. Oregon is minus 290 on the money line. They don't have an over yet.
Might take the over.
That over is going to be at 70.
Yeah, that lower's gonna be fucking bananas.
Yeah,
We'll talk
I'll
about
call
that
it
next
right now.
week.
And I believe the line
I'm
opened
holding.
up at some books you get at 285, some books you'll get at 230.
Wow.
Hey, listen. We're taking Washington money line.
Yes, sir.
Take
Are we
the
on squad
points.
ride next week?
Take-
Squad ride?
Take
I am.
take the
I'll take
take
with
the
you.
points. Take the points. Take the money line.
I don't need the
Doesn't
points.
matter.
Take
It
the
doesn't
points,
matter.
we don't need 'em.
Washington's gonna win.
I don't need the
Okay,
points.
that's it. All right. We have that
I'm taking
figured out
off.
already.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright.
down for that one.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is how we're gonna end the podcast. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holiday season. and we'll see y'all here next week.
Sweet.